No, your mind might explode when you receive this information, so buckle your seatbelts when I tell you this. The Doomsday Clock, which is a clock that tracks how close we are to the end of the world, is only 90 seconds from midnight. Notice how there's no reaction, there's no applause, there's no oohs in the background. That's because climate change has been made into a joke. And Doomsday and the end of the world has been made into a joke. I have seen news articles about the Doomsday Clock for so long now. In the major wars, they'd take down by an hour and be like, "We are 2 hours from midnight. Cuba crisis. We are only 1 hour from midnight. The world's about to end." And then it's like, okay, shit's not getting better. The war's never resolved, so we can't actually put the clock back. It just getting less. It keeps getting less and less and less and less and less. And every single time that motherfucking clock moves, there's gonna be a news article about the clock moving, and it just keeps getting worse. And every time it keeps getting worse, they keep having to take away another second from the clock. And I think eventually they'll be taking away fractions of seconds. I guarantee this. As soon as it gets to 80 seconds to midnight, they'll start 75 and a half seconds to midnight. Because obviously the world's not gonna end when the fucking doomsday clock says it's gonna end. Like it can't be predicted. And I think humanity is capable of worse things than it thought it was capable of, and it can take way more than we think we can take. And I think it's been dramatized so much. Just give me the fact, tell me what might happen, and that's about it. There's an entire huge not like a dogma, but it's kind of dogma of the left will shove climate change down your throat, and the right, at least in America, will flat out deny it. And on one hand, there is good research showing that climate change is happening, and on the other hand, you can say, it's cold outside, and you're just wrong at that point, right? You can't really refute that. The problem is that every single news article I see, I understand you're trying to raise awareness for something, is just so over exaggerated. It's like they're explaining the shit to third graders. And when you word your articles in this entire way, if you don't recycle in the next 3 years, Mr. Beast is gonna take your family and hold you hostage. It's like, the world's not gonna end. There's obviously, okay, the sea levels will rise and it will be catastrophic. Okay, let's look at what we can change for that. But if every time that I see an article, it's, the world is gonna end if you don't do this, the world is gonna end if you don't do this, the sea levels are never gonna recover if we don't become carbon neutral in the next 2 years. And the fucking Tesla factories still produce 90 quintillion cubic meters of CO2, and it's like, okay, cool. It just doesn't matter. This is the entire thing, and I've had a problem with the internet I've had a problem with the internet with this theme for many times. That if you dramatize everything, nothing becomes sincere and nothing becomes bad. Which is the worst part about the entire Trump thing, is that it's gotten to a point. I don't. That transition is a bit weird, but you'll get what I mean. And it's not like an anti-Trump thing. I don't want to get into Trump himself in this video. It's just that when every single news article about a certain topic is devastating, it just starts losing effect at some point. You know what I mean? I don't care at this point. Oh, the Epstein files have been delayed for the ninth time. Okay, so I mean, it's obvious what's happening. I don't really care at this point anymore. And yeah, it's terrible, but yeah, I think that's it's just human nature that you kind of get used to things, no matter what it is, no matter how bad the thing is. If you don't get a break from it at a certain point and then it comes back, you won't realize how bad something truly is. And it's happened a lot, like a lot of wars. You just start phasing out. A lot of the protests, which is the main reason you actually go to protest on the streets, is to raise awareness and like have an actual thing happening in someone's surroundings to remind them that something is happening that's bad. Because if you just see internet slop every single day, you see both sides, you see just hate, 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 drama, drama, it just loses meaning. It really all loses meaning. And it kind of everything does this, but I see it especially for like climate change. And I know it's meant to lose meaning. That's the entire point of those articles, is for them to lose meaning. They're supposed to speak to the people who want to hear about the bad things that are happening and have no meaning to the people who are supposed to oppose it. And that way, there's maximum infighting between the people. And then they won't look at what's actually bad. And it's always been this way. It will keep being this way. It's just been made efficient because of social media. And yeah, there's not much to say. I just really hate the Doomsday clock. That's not really like desensitizing anything. That's just like a stupid fucking idea because you can't know when the world is gonna end, and that clock has been at like 1 second before midnight for like the last 20 years. Not kidding. It's just not. It's not that good of a concept, and I think the fact that I even remember that clock and I keep seeing news articles about it ticking down by like 1 second each year, it's like this is the worst it's ever been. It's like, yeah, you made it up. Okay. The made up clock that has like no official source is worse than ever. Harry Potter has a Sorcerer's Stone. Like, give me some actual news. Give me what's happening. Anyways, yeah, I just have a problem with those kinds of things that are just meant to instill fear and nothing else. Besides that, hope you have a good day, and I hope we don't die in the next 80 seconds. I know that's not what the clock says, but you know what I mean. As always, see ya.